Welcome to Upwards History, where we explore the strange and fascinating stories that shaped our world. I'm Jack, and today we're diving into an incredible tale from 1925 that sounds more like a comedy sketch than historical fact. Imagine this: a single dog nearly igniting a war between two European nations. This isn't fiction, it's the bizarre story of how Greece and Bulgaria came to the brink of armed conflict over a runaway canine. Known as the War of the Stray Dog, this incident highlights just how fragile peace can be, and how absurd history can sometimes be. To understand how a stray dog could spark such chaos, we need to look at the Balkans in the 1920s. Greece and Bulgaria weren't exactly friendly neighbors. They'd fought on opposite sides during World War I, and tensions remained high. The Treaty of Neuilly in 1919 had redrawn their borders, leaving both nations bitter. Thousands of refugees were displaced, creating resentment on both sides. With frequent border skirmishes and political instability, even minor incidents had the potential to spiral out of control. On October 18, 1925, a Greek soldier stationed near the Bulgarian border was going about his duties when his companion, a small white and brown dog named Lux, suddenly darted across the border. Without thinking, the soldier chased after him, calling out desperately. Bulgarian border guards spotted the intrusion and raised their weapons. Realizing his mistake, the soldier retreated, but Lux was nowhere to be seen. What might have ended as a simple tale of a lost dog quickly spiraled into something far more serious. Bulgarian guards reported the incident as a deliberate border violation. Within hours, reinforcements arrived, taking aggressive positions. The Greeks responded by fortifying their side. By nightfall, what started as one soldier chasing his dog had turned into a military standoff. The situation escalated rapidly. Both nations mobilized troops to the border. Greece, under General Theodoros Pangalos, sent over 10,000 soldiers, complete with artillery and machine guns. Bulgaria, though smaller, matched this show of force. Greek forces even occupied the Bulgarian town of Petrik, claiming it was necessary to protect their territory, despite now violating international borders themselves. Civilians bore the brunt of the crisis. Bulgarians fled their homes as artillery units moved in. Meanwhile, diplomatic channels broke down. Each side accused the other of aggression. In Athens and Sofia, leaders prepared for war, all because of a dog. The international community watched in disbelief. The League of Nations, still in its early years, saw this as a test of its ability to prevent conflict. Britain and France condemned the escalation, calling it utterly absurd. Neutral observers were dispatched to mediate, and the League issued an ultimatum: Greece must withdraw its forces and pay compensation, while Bulgaria must ensure no further provocations. Other Balkan nations, fearing regional destabilization, joined mediation efforts. Newspapers worldwide mocked the absurdity of the situation with headlines like "War over a wandering pooch."
Breaking news.
On October 31, 1925, the crisis ended. Greece withdrew its forces and agreed to pay £45,000 in compensation. As for Lux, the dog who started it all, his fate remains unknown, though some accounts suggest he made his way back home. While the War of the Stray Dog is often laughed at today, it serves as a reminder of how quickly trivial incidents can escalate into crises. This episode also marked an early success for the League of Nations, proving international organizations could play a role in preventing conflict. Ironically, this minor victory stood in stark contrast to the League's later failures leading up to World War II. So next time your dog slips its leash, be thankful you're not risking an international incident. Thanks for watching Upwards History. If you enjoyed this weird piece of history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Join us next week for another fascinating tale from the past. Until then, stay curious.